it was good. I don't think anybody really expected this to flop like at all. I mean, it was Steven Spielberg, like by him. So I don't really think anybody expected this to flop like at all. Um, I think it's one of these movies to where like the less you know about this going into it, the better you are. Now, I didn't know anything about this outside from the trailers, which I think the trailers did a really good job about hiding, kind of what the mystery is, and until they released later trailers, and they're just kind of like, yeah, here's the secret. But I think it does a really good job of building up to like what the secret is. And now they do like show it in the first like I don't know 30 minutes of the film. They kind of like it's like, oh yeah, this is what this is, right? But I do think that if it was cut just a little bit shorter, like there's like this one scene where I think if they cut it just like right here, I think it would have been better. It would have been a less satisfying conclusion, but it would have been a little bit of a better conclusion than where they did cut it. Because at that point, like, if you're already going the whole mile, like, give us everything. Don't cut it off at that one point. Um, Emily Blunt is great in this. I think that she's really good. This about playing someone that is freaked out, but also just in the know, but also just like feels like she's losing her grip on reality. If you want to play a fun drinking game, every time they play Daniel, they say Daniel in the early parts of the movie. Take a shot. You'll be drunk about pretty fast, but take a shot. Take a shot. Because there's this one point where they just keep saying his name over and over and over again. And you know what? I mean, if you want, if you want to make a drinking game out of it, but there's the main, but um the girl that plays Daniel's girlfriend, I don't know her name, um, but she's also really good, because they have this is a little bit of a spoiler, uh, so I'm gonna be as vague as possible, but they have these things that allow you to go and see other things and like do other things with people. Um, that's as vague as I as I can be without being like you know. Um, but she does a really good job about like she's about acting like she's in a body that she has no control over. But like not like to a level of like the obsession actor, to where she starts freaking out, hurting herself like whenever she gets control. But like she because like she's aware of everything happening, and like she just knows that she can't like control herself. um and then like the way that she's like fighting to not do the things that she wants to do, or that the person is wanting her to do, or the things that she or the things that like she doesn't want to say. You can tell that like superb acting on that part. um the reveal, like the final reveal of the big reveal, like because they have the small reveal, but then they have the big reveal. uh I, I'm torn a little bit, because like it's a cool reveal, but like the CGI just was like it looked like a PlayStation 2 cutscene. Maybe 3 if I'm being generous, but like you could definitely tell, like, oh shit, well that's fake. And I knew that the birds were government spies. It was outlined the entire time, just not our government. Uh, but uh, it's a good movie. It's just you can't I can't in good conscience talk about spoilers, because some people they'll watch a review and they're like, spoilers, whatever, I'll watch the whole thing. But I can't talk about those because you need to see this without spoilers. And maybe I'll see it again and I'll go more in depth with spoilers like in a later video. I'll probably end up doing that because it was just to get like some more thoughts out there. But if you even had like an inkling of going to see this, or you're like, man, I want to go see something but I'm not sure what to see, I mean, check out Disclosure Day. I mean, I think that I think it's going to be a big hit. Honestly, I go, and I'll say this: I go to see like the Dolby Digital, like IMAX, like the whole shebang, right? The most expensive way you could go see a movie. And usually on day 0, there's not many people in the theater, like, at all. Like, there's not many people that go to the theater on day 0 to see something, but especially a rated R movie. But this was packed. It was almost a full house, I would say. The most people I've ever seen on a day 0 movie opening. And I go, and like I say, I go to a lot. I post all these, like, I post my raw reactions on Thursdays. So like every time I post something, like, I just got out. The most people that I have ever seen on a day 0 release. And I think that also says something, like, just volume, because you don't really get that many people, and like the last 30 minutes, you could have heard a pin drop in that theater. It was so quiet because everybody was just invested. But also, I think they could have cut earlier, but I've already said that. But if you're like I said, though, if you don't know what to go watch and you want to go watch something, go see Disclosure Day. I think that you're doing yourself a disservice to not at least look into it, and a bigger disservice to not go see it. But that's just my thing, my takes. But yeah, I mean, if you've already seen it and you're just coming to this video, let me know what you think.